Opinions and ideas expressed in the following Moraine Valley Broadcast Channel recording are those of its creators and do not represent the views of Moraine Valley Community College.
Hi, I'm Abigail Diaz, and today I will be talking about equality in voting.
Hi, I'm Sean, and I'm going to be talking about the principles of American democracy.
So, Sean, do you think there's equality when it comes to voting?
I feel like that there is equality in voting.
All right, because we have to agree that both the Democratic and Republican parties are guilty of making it harder to vote. Obama gave out a speech this September on how Republicans are openly trying to prevent people from voting. He mentioned how Republicans were cutting early voting, refusing to send out absentee ballots, and adding barriers to registration. Let's just look at what happened at the primaries in New York. Voters showed up to polling places and were not on the list, so they were handed affidavits. And we are not just talking about a couple hundred of people. It's more like 126,000 voters were taken off the voter rolls. A lot of Bernie Sanders supporters filed lawsuits against the DNC. The Board of Elections told these voters they were not on the list because they didn't vote in past two federal elections, and they didn't return the cancellation notice. A lot of other people were just told they were in the wrong precinct. And let's not mention what Barack Obama stated yesterday. If you don't vote, that's a vote for Trump. If you vote for a third-party candidate who's got no chance to win, that's a vote for Trump. People are already outraged with the Democratic and Republican candidates. They don't want to vote for them. Whether it's a protest vote, maybe they don't agree with Jill Stein, Gary Johnson, or they do, that's their vote. And once you vote for someone, it's not giving a vote to any other candidate. So each vote counts. You don't necessarily have to pick between two evils. A lot of people are saying that phrase. And now I'll take it over to Sean.
Hi, so the main topic about the principles of American democracy that I'd like to talk about today is, Abigail, do you think there's equal protection under the law?
No, there is not.
Okay. Well, to begin, I believe that equal protection under the law is what most, if not all, Americans expect. Whether it's the police that patrol or the judges in the courthouses, there's going to be an assumption that regardless of your race, your religion, your sexual orientation, your age, that you're going to be treated no differently than anyone else. However, in today's society, many Americans do not feel that way. One major example would be the Black Lives Matter movement. This group protests the recent events of police officers killing African Americans. Whether each individual case is justified or not, they promote the awareness of the situation to find a solution. This movement has been newsworthy. But the last couple of months, they've received major awareness with more and more incidents occurring, such as cases in Minnesota and Tulsa. The Black Lives Matter movement has even been branched to more public or more people that look up to, say, professional athletes. For example, San Francisco 49ers quarterback Colin Kaepernick's been getting a lot of criticism as of late because he believes that awareness is necessary, and to bring awareness, he's been kneeling during the national anthem. He said he won't stop until the anthem applies to all of us. Now, what I took his words to be is that he doesn't believe that the American national anthem has been applying to many victims as of late, whether it be they've been getting killed or racial, how you'd say,
Racial tension?
Yeah, racial tension, or like stereotypes. Like if people just look at someone, then they already have an opinion about them without knowing them.
Yeah, like Donald Trump wants to stop everyone and frisk them.
Yeah. Next, this one was pretty alarming because LeBron James hasn't really been talking about politics. Like he's always been kind of, how you say, off. Like he doesn't want to talk about it.
Yeah.
He doesn't believe his business is in there.
A lot of celebrities now are coming forth and like saying their opinion. Before it was never like that.
Yeah, it's not even about the election. It's just about social events that's currently going on. And he had a very interesting quote that like I'd like to bring up. He said he fears that for his son's life because he doesn't know that even if he respects and abides the law, that he'll return home safely. Without prominent figures many people look up to, this situation wouldn't have gained national attention. Are we truly equally protected under the law? Going forward with the presidential debate, Republican nominee Donald Trump was asked if he believed this, and his statement or answer was he was supporting our police officers and required that more law and order was necessary. When Democratic nominee Hillary Clinton was asked this question, she also supported the police officers, but also stated that the community and the police relationship was the most vital part of trying to rebuild this country. Whether one is right, or both of them are right, or none of them are right, I can conclude that this is a problem and that it needs to be fixed immediately. Some people do not want to admit that there's a problem because they might not have the answers or they're uncomfortable about the situation, but there is, and until a solution is created, the problem will just escalate day by day. No more people have to be injured by both law enforcement and their own community. When asked if I believe that equal protection under the law was a thing, I say there is, but there is problems, and those problems have to be fixed immediately. But as a whole, I believe that we are equally protected, but there's patches that have to be.
Right, like if you call 911, you're not going to be rejected.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I also want to go back with my first question that I asked you, Sean, if you thought there was equality when it comes to voting. I just think that there's restrictions sometimes. Like, it's no secret that each party has their way. Like, for instance, what Obama said yesterday. You know, it's wrong. But the thing is that it's a scare tactic. So I feel like if people just put all that other extra noise aside and just go out, they vote who they want to vote, it is equal. I mean, every vote counts.
Yeah, you shouldn't be, like, manipulated to forcing, oh, if I'm voting for someone else, I'm hurting another person. No, you're just using your constitutional right to vote for whoever you want.
Exactly.
Well, thank you for listening, and have a good day.